All right, you guys. So Ryan Reynolds obviously has to be deported back to Canada. After having read through the amended lawsuit, Ryan absolutely must go home.
Somehow, I have no idea how we've managed to keep it secret, given the internet and all this stuff, because somehow it hasn't come out. I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like a, hey.
Deadpool's done. Like, we will never let our husbands go see this movie, any of this. Like, Ryan Reynolds is done. Like, there is something very disturbing about this man and the way that he plotted to just like infest every layer of Justin Baldoni's life just to show him who had power and who had money. Weird. Okay? Weird.
Ah, weird.
What? I'm sorry. I mean, what?
Welcome back to Tea Time with Tina. Hey there, fellow drama devotees. Ever stumble upon a rumor so wild it makes your morning coffee taste downright bland? Well, brace yourselves, because today's supersized serving of Tinseltown tea features none other than Hollywood's golden couple.
Okay, now for the Hollywood tea.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, plus actor-producer Justin Baldoni in what's shaping up to be the industry's juiciest feud this side of the millennium. We're talking accusations of shady backroom deals, controlling behavior that would make a covert spy blush, and one bizarre lawsuit that's got everyone buzzing.
That everything you read is BS. They just lie. Like, literally, we are just being lied to, right? There's somebody behind the scenes who's being a little psycho.
Ready to spill the tea with me? Then buckle up and smash that like button. Go on, pound it like it's a piñata full of secrets. And don't forget to subscribe, because let's face it, I'm nothing without your support. Now back to the tea. Okay, so let's do a quick roll call. We've got Ryan Reynolds, comedian, actor, possible marinade recipe for all things sarcastic. People love him for that razor-sharp wit, charming grin, and knack for turning anything into a punchline.
How old are your girls now?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
And you, decent guy?
No.
Terrible human being.
Then there's Blake Lively, fashion icon, actress, and the better half of what many folks dub the cutest couple in Hollywood.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I could. Like, this is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh really? Because I just have one on my list. I didn't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, think of someone.
Right.
Bob Newhart, I don't know.
Finally, meet Justin Baldoni, best known for championing heartfelt narratives on screen and often urging fans to embrace vulnerability.
I had nerves because I cared so deeply about the women and the people that go through this every day.
It's toxic, and it has to end.
In a perfect world, these 3 might be collaborating on an uplifting indie project about, I don't know, life, love, and comedic mishaps. But real life, my friends, is sometimes stranger than fiction. Our beloved comedic superhero, Ryan, has come under fire for supposedly meddling in Justin Baldoni's latest film venture.
Just have the courage to pick up the phone and apologize. Like, we don't even need to be aware of it. Pick up the phone and apologize to Justin Baldoni. I mean, I don't even want you canceled. You're just a typical Hollywood slug, follower, could never be a leader, all of you just trying to climb to the top, whatever. It means nothing to the rest of the world. Nobody cares what Hollywood thinks. But try to have a little bit of decency and dignity and right the wrong now. Because it is never worth it to sit with the cool kids if the cool kids are just going around kicking puppies on a Friday night.
And oh boy, the rumors swirling around are more tangled than holiday lights in the attic. All this drama was stoked by an explosive new conversation on a popular podcast, where an influential host lobbed claims that Ryan's controlling tendencies are next level. It's like they took the sweet, Ryan is such a cool guy narrative and cranked it up to, Ryan might be orchestrating Hollywood conspiracies like a 007 villain.
He's a very scary, creepy guy. We found the creep. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Intrigued? You should be. Ever heard of radical transparency? Sounds like the slogan for a hipster coffee brand. But in this case, it's the tagline for a brand new website called lawsuitinfo.com.
So they really did it, guys. They dropped the website. It is the lawsuitinfo.com, as promised by Justin Baldoni's team.
Word on the street is that this site comes straight from Baldoni's camp as a no-holds-barred expose of all the alleged behind-the-scenes drama. You know that feeling when your group text chat goes nuclear because someone forgot to add JK at the end of a snarky message? Multiply that by 1,000, and you've got the vibe of this so-called open book approach. From what we can gather, the site includes everything from timeline breakdowns to eyebrow-raising PDFs, presumably pointing the finger at Ryan Reynolds. One big rumor is that the site even calls out Ryan for high treason over the way he supposedly meddled in the film industry.
We can now all agree that the moral crimes committed here by Ryan Reynolds against Justin Baldoni have amounted to high treason.
High treason, folks. Like this is some medieval kingdom and Ryan is about to be exiled. Talk about turning the drama dial up to 11. Now, whether this radical transparency is a noble quest for truth or an elaborate PR stunt, we can't say for sure. But hey, the last time we saw Hollywood folks feud this publicly, it boosted everyone's social media engagement by about 10,000%. So if drama equals clicks, these people might just be hitting the mother lode. Nobody wakes up one day and decides to declare treason on Ryan Reynolds, right? So how exactly did we get here? According to these swirling accounts, Blake Lively and Ryan were the first to nudge this drama out of the shadows and into the spotlight.
She's not a victim in any of this. She's totally bratty, and we've gone through her messages as well. We were totally correct about Ryan Reynolds. What is that, like, personality test? Is it called like an Enneagram personality type 1 through 9? Well, Ryan Reynolds on the Enneagram is a psycho. That's what he is. He's just a psycho. His number is psycho.
Maybe they made a sly dig in an interview. Or maybe a cryptic social media post had fans reading between the lines. Either way, once you rattle the beehive, you'd better prepare for a sting. Cue Justin Baldoni's team brandishing this new transparency website like a flaming torch saying, "Oh, you want receipts? Because we've got them." Hot off the press. One theory is that if Ryan and Blake had never thrown shade in the first place, Baldoni would have kept things hush-hush. Instead, the gossip mill revved its engine, and now we have enough drama to fill a 3-season miniseries. Honestly, it's like a group project gone terribly wrong. You started it. No, you started it. Meanwhile, the rest of Hollywood is watching from the sidelines, munching on metaphorical popcorn, waiting to see who cracks first. But the real question is, do these claims about Ryan's controlling nature hold any water? Or is this just a giant game of telephone that got out of hand?
Immediately, as we saw in the filings, being litigious, being psychopathic, being crazy, trying to take over the film.
We usually think of Ryan Reynolds as the goofball who never misses an opportunity for a snarky tweet. But in these new allegations, he's painted as a puppet master, so controlling he could guest star in a soap opera titled As the Reynolds Turns. The rumor swirling is that he's dead set on preventing any cozy collaborations between his wife and Justin Baldoni.
And yeah, I felt that Ryan was kicking up some dust because he didn't want to leave Blake Lively alone with Justin Baldoni. And we had suspected, just by piecing together everything, that he didn't want Blake Lively to be away from him.
Some accounts even suggest Ryan's paranoia led him to comb through Blake's text messages and daily production reports like a detective scouring for clues. Picture him in a dark room with a corkboard, red string, and Polaroid photos of Baldoni's face pinned at odd angles. Pure comedic gold if it weren't such a serious claim. But is it real, or is it all smoke and mirrors? In Hollywood, the line between fact and gossip can be thinner than a runway model on a juice cleanse. Yet the notion that Ryan Reynolds might orchestrate behind-the-scenes chaos so his wife doesn't get too close to another actor? That's a plot twist even the best scriptwriters might shy away from. As the rumor goes, this controlling streak is basically the cause of every problem from here on out, including the alleged sabotage. Whether or not that's true, the idea of Ryan as a secret mastermind adds a zesty layer of intrigue to the story.
He infests himself into every area of your life. And he did this Justin Baldoni. He's like, who are your friends, okay? Who owns the production company? Who owns the next movie script? I am going to infest myself everywhere. I'm going to be doing your movie premiere. I'm going to be doing promos and making fun of you, right? I'm going to put myself in the end credits. Like, this is like psychotic behavior, okay?
Now let's talk sabotage. According to Scuttlebutt, the moment the actor's strike ended and everyone was ready to hustle back to set, Baldoni's film project mysteriously slammed on the brakes. Picture a speeding car screeching to a halt, leaving skid marks so long they might as well be a new Los Angeles landmark. The big question, did Ryan Reynolds have anything to do with it? Whispers say Ryan wasn't thrilled about the idea of Blake spending extended time working with Baldoni.
Because he's away in the UK, and then I was positing that perhaps when he got home, he was either reading her text messages and he just decided, okay, you know what? this entire production needs to be halted. I don't trust my wife, okay?
Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe it was a protective instinct gone haywire. Or maybe the whole rumor is as bogus as a $3 bill. Still, the timing is suspicious enough that fans and tabloids can't stop asking, coincidence or sabotage? One story claims Ryan started calling up bigwigs who could yank the rug out from under Baldoni's production. Another says he quietly nudged some behind-the-scenes deal to fall apart. We don't know what's fact or fiction, but you've got to admit, it's pretty entertaining to imagine mild-mannered Ryan flipping a secret switch labeled chaotic evil. Is it true? Who knows? But it sure makes for good gossip, and the internet is living for every second of this soap opera. And if you thought that was the end, guess again, because the entire world has an opinion, and they're not shy about sharing it. In the midst of this swirling storm, some folks even wonder if lawyers are salivating over potential defamation suits or breach of contract claims. Could Blake end up testifying in court? Could Justin Baldoni name Ryan Reynolds in a major lawsuit? Is the next Netflix hit going to be Law and Order Celebrity Feud Unit? The possibilities are endless, and that's exactly why the internet can't tear its eyes away. Amid the chatter, some fans are tossing around the idea that all of this, every last bit, is a giant misunderstanding. Perhaps a scheduling conflict was misconstrued, or a contract ran out at the worst possible time. We may never know the absolute truth, but one thing's certain. This saga is for everyone who loves a good Hollywood meltdown storyline. So, after plowing through these eyebrow-raising claims, from radical transparency websites to talk of sabotage, we're left with one glaring question. Could Ryan Reynolds really be this cunning puppet master, pulling strings from the shadows to protect his marriage and derail a rival's film? Or is this all just an accidental swirl of gossip that has grown bigger and bigger, fueled by the unstoppable engine of internet speculation? It's a classic Hollywood conundrum. We see the squeaky clean image on red carpets and talk shows, but behind the scenes, anything is possible. Until we get hard evidence, we'll be stuck in speculation city. Although I suspect the drama might keep unfolding until the next big scandal swoops in to steal the spotlight. So what do you think? Is Ryan Reynolds an unsuspecting comedic darling caught in a swirling vortex of rumors? Or a top-tier manipulator pulling off the greatest sabotage since the Trojan horse? Are you Team Ryan, Team Baldoni, or Team Popcorn just watching the show unfold from the sidelines? Let's keep the conversation rolling. Drop your juiciest takes in the comments below. If you love dishing on the latest celebrity controversies, smash that like button, like your next paycheck depends on it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss a moment of Hollywood's never-ending soap opera. And remember, in the glitzy galaxy of showbiz, truth can be stranger than fiction, and rumors can be more addictive than your favorite Netflix binge. Catch you in the next episode of Absolute Drama Overload. Until next time, stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.